6 in the evening. Your baby was fine all day, feeding well, sleeping fine, smiling when you talked to them. Then it's like someone flipped a switch. Crying, not gentle fussing, full-blown screaming. Face red, body stiff, nothing works. You offer the breast, pushed away. Pick them up, still screaming. Put them down, louder. Rock, sway, bounce, screaming. 1 hour goes by. 2, 3. You're sitting on the floor, baby in your arms, your own eyes stinging, and the only thought in your head is, what am I doing wrong? If you've been through a night like that, you're not alone, and you're not doing anything wrong. The fact that your baby cries more in the evening isn't because you're not good enough. It's biology, and there are real, specific reasons behind it. Today, I'm explaining the 5 actual reasons babies get fussier at night than during the day, and the one thing most new parents misunderstand. Reason number 5. I saved it for last because it's going to change the way you see yourself as a parent. After you hear it, you'll never ask, "What am I doing wrong?" again, so stay till the end. Reason 1. The whole day catches up and baby is overloaded. Newborns take in everything: light, voices, faces, smells, textures, but they can't filter any of it. An adult brain automatically tunes out background noise, distant conversations, the hum of a fan. A newborn brain doesn't. Everything is new. Everything pours in at once. During the day, baby handles it because they still have energy in the tank. But by late afternoon, the buffer is gone. The nervous system hits overload. And the only way baby knows how to express that is crying. That's why your baby can be perfectly calm all day and suddenly explode at 5 p.m. Not because something happened at 5, but because the entire day happened. Tip: dial down stimulation starting in the late afternoon. Dim lights, soft voices, fewer visitors. Think of it as helping your baby's system cool down before nightfall. Okay, that one makes sense. But this next one sounds backwards. Reason 2. Baby is too tired. So tired they can't sleep. Sounds crazy, right? If they're exhausted, shouldn't they fall asleep easier? Nope, the opposite. When a baby stays awake past their sleep window, their body releases cortisol and adrenaline, stress hormones. These hormones create a false state of alertness, making baby wired, fussy, and even harder to settle. Newborns can only handle being awake for about 60 to 90 minutes at a stretch, and that includes feeding time. Push past that window, and cortisol spikes. Now you've got a baby who's both exhausted and amped up, the worst possible combo. Tip: watch for early sleepy cues. Reddish eyelids, zoning out, turning away. If you're waiting for eye rubbing, you've already missed the window. Now, here's the part that explains why baby seems to have their days and nights completely flipped. Reason 3. They don't have a body clock yet. Adults have a circadian rhythm, an internal system that separates day from night. Melatonin rises when it's dark, signaling sleep. Cortisol peaks in the morning, helping you wake up alert. Newborns? They have none of that. They're born without a circadian rhythm. At all. Research shows that cortisol rhythms start forming around week 8, melatonin around week 9, and body temperature rhythms around week 11. That means for the first 2 to 3 months, your baby doesn't know when it's nighttime. Their brain isn't getting the time to sleep signal. They cry more at night, not because night is harder, but because to them, night and day are identical, and they happen to be most depleted by the end of the day. Tip: natural daylight during the day helps calibrate baby's developing clock. At night, dim lights, avoid blue light. The light-dark contrast is the strongest signal that helps the circadian rhythm form. Real talk. I used to think my baby hated me in the evenings. All day they'd be fine. Then nighttime hit and it was non-stop screaming. It took me weeks to realize. They didn't hate me, they just didn't know what nighttime was. If this is making you feel less alone, share it with someone who needs it tonight. Not tomorrow, tonight. And reason 5. The one I said would change how you see yourself is right after the warning. The warning matters. I'm switching gears. Reason 4. I'm not reassuring you. I'm helping you tell the difference. When is nighttime crying not normal? Most evening fussiness is a normal developmental phase, but you need to know the line. Colic is defined by the rule of threes, crying more than 3 hours a day, more than 3 days a week, for more than 3 weeks. If your baby cries intensely and nothing soothes them, but outside those episodes, they're completely normal, that may be colic. It affects roughly 10 to 40% of newborns and typically resolves before 3 months. But call your doctor right away if fever above 100.4 degrees Fahrenheit in a baby under 3 months. That's considered a medical emergency. Frequent vomiting, refusing to feed or feeding very poorly, dry diapers, fewer wet diapers than usual. A high-pitched, sharp cry that sounds distinctly different from their normal cry. Or, baby is lethargic and hard to wake. One tip, if baby is crying and you're hitting your limit, put baby down in the crib, walk out of the room for 2 minutes, breathe. Baby is safe in the crib, and you need to be okay to take care of them. And finally, reason 5. The one I promised from the beginning would change how you see this. Your baby crying in the evening is not a sign that you're failing. It's a developmental phase that every healthy baby goes through, and not just human babies. Pediatrician Dr. Ronald Barr developed a framework called the Period of Purple Crying, an acronym, PEAK. Crying peaks around 6 weeks. Unexpected. It comes and goes for no clear reason. Resists soothing. Nothing seems to work. Pain-like face. Baby looks like they're in pain, even when they're not. Long-lasting can go on for hours. Evening, concentrated in the late afternoon and night. This isn't a disease. This isn't colic. This is a normal developmental stage that every healthy newborn passes through. It starts around week 2, peaks around week 6, fades and disappears between months 3 and 4. And here's the part almost nobody knows. It's not just human babies. Every mammal that nurses its young goes through a similar fussy period in the early days of life. This is a species-wide trait, not a parenting failure. Remember the opening? You on the floor, baby screaming in your arms, your eyes stinging, asking yourself, what am I doing wrong? The answer? Nothing. Your baby is going through a phase that every baby on the planet goes through. Their brain is developing. Their nervous system is calibrating. And they're using the only tool they have to say, I'm figuring out how to live here, and today was a lot. This phase ends. Sooner than you think. And when it does, you'll look back and realize you made it through the hardest part. 5 reasons. 5 nights you wanted to cry right along with them. And now you know. Sensory overload baby's brain can't filter yet. Overtiredness cortisol makes it worse, not better. No. Body clock baby doesn't know it's nighttime. Colic, worth checking if it's extreme. And purple, crying a normal phase every baby goes through. You know your baby better than anyone. If your gut says something's off, trust it. But if your baby screams every evening and then wakes up the next morning feeding, cooing, and smiling, breathe. They're just being a newborn. Babies don't come with a manual. It's just you, sleep-deprived eyes, milk-stained shirt, and a heart that never stops worrying. You're doing great, seriously. If this video made you a little less hard on yourself, drop a like and send it to someone who needs it. Seriously though, if you don't share it, that person might end up Googling, Why does my baby cry all night? At 2 a.m. And reading something that makes them feel like they're failing even harder. This video helps someone the most when they're at the end of their rope. Not tomorrow, tonight. Hit subscribe and I'll see you in the next one.